Hi everybody and welcome back to Andrea Fontana Beauty. I did, surprise surprise, another Instagram poll, and you guys requested that I share my glowing skin makeup tutorial that I've been doing recently. It's a really quick, everyday, natural, healthy skin kind of look. I'm sure you can sense a theme here. I love natural, glowing looking skin. It's my favorite. I'm not really a matte skin girl, and I am oily, so I do like glowing skin. So the other option in the poll was a dramatic eye look, and a few of you did vote for that. I'd say maybe like a third of you, a little less than a third, probably voted for the dramatic eye look. What I'm gonna do instead of doing a dramatic eye tutorial is I'm actually gonna be doing 10 looks from one eyeshadow palette. It might start as a series on my blog, but I'm gonna take pictures of 10 different looks that I create from one palette. So the first one up that I'm gonna do is the Jaclyn Hill palette. I think I mentioned it in my last video. I used it for that tutorial, so I'm gonna do 10 more looks from it. I'm really excited for it, so hopefully those of you who wanted the dramatic eye look will be happy with those pictures, and kind of I'll tell like what shadows I used and where I placed them and stuff, so should be really cool to do. To get started today though, I started with my skin completely prepped. As you can see, I'm really hydrated. I've kind of changed my skincare routine recently, so I'll probably end up doing a post on that. As you guys know, I've cleaned up my skincare recently, so and gotten rid of stuff. So I've been trying some new things out. I've got one little blemish right there, but other than that, my skin's looking pretty good. So we're gonna get started. On a day-to-day basis, I don't actually use a primer. I'm not very oily in the winter, so I don't find that I need it. And honestly, on a day-to-day basis, I like to make sure that I'm using as little as possible. Like, I just wanna be in and out as quickly as possible. So I haven't cleaned up my makeup routine yet, so these products, I might have to say bye to them in the future, but I'll be getting there. Just starting small with the skincare first. So the foundation that I've been loving recently is the It Cosmetics CC Cream. If you've chatted with me about makeup, this probably doesn't come as any surprise. I use it on so many clients and I never use it on myself. The shade is actually perfect because I recently went on a vacation and I needed something that was a little bit darker. So I'm just gonna put about a little less than a pump on the back of my hand. So I have my makeup bag down here, so if you hear me rattling around, that's why. And then I put an equal amount of the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. This is just the little guy in Opal. And I know that that one, when I clean up my skincare routine, is gonna have to go. So, excuse me, when I clean up my makeup routine. So if you guys have any recommendations for cream highlighters or liquid highlighters, let me know. So I'm just gonna, I mix that on the back of my hand and I'm just applying it all over my face. And then I'm using my It Cosmetics number 101 Airbrush Blurring Foundation Brush. And I'm kind of like in a downward motion, pressing it into my skin. I'm not like doing circular motions or anything, but I'm kind of like tapping it into my skin, putting a little bit to cover the veining on my eyes. It's kind of just like a really thin layer of it everywhere. As you can see, that Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector gives my skin such a good glow, and that's what I love. When you mix it with a liquid highlighter, you're definitely cutting some of the coverage, so you're losing some of that, but for an everyday foundation, I think it's perfect because I don't need a crazy amount of coverage for day to day. It's more when I have special events that I really want a full coverage foundation. Whew, this seems to be shedding. Getting little bits on my face. Okay, so once that's completely blended in, you can see I'm super glowy, pretty balanced, and we're gonna go in with concealer. I'm using my Naked Skin concealer. That should be of no surprise there. And I'm just gonna tap that under that eye. And then, honestly, I haven't really been covering my acne, the few acne scars that I have that much, because, I don't know, they look like skin to me. Like, I'm kind of over the extremely full coverage, perfect looking skin. So I feel like I've been doing a lot of, and I'm just tapping that in with my ring finger. You'll notice I'm pressing, not tugging. I'm kind of over the full coverage, perfect. I like when like a few freckles or spots show through. I'm not as self-conscious about my acne scarring as I used to be, so it's kind of like, meh, it's life. If it's there, so what? Okay. So that looks good. Sometimes I go in a little bit with that just to like really push it in, but for the most part I do everything with my fingers. That covered that good enough. I'm really not, let me put like a dab more on here. Yeah, I'm not too concerned about it. I just have extra on my hand, so I'm trying to blend it in, but I don't really need it anywhere else. All right, and then I'm gonna use a Real Techniques setting brush with a little bit of my favorite RCMA translucent powder and just set under my eyes and get my eyelids. So that kind of takes down some of that crazy shine in my T-zone, but like everywhere else, I'm still gonna be really dewy, and let's be real, I'll probably have a little oil poke through everything in a few hours anyways, so whatever. As long as it stays put, it's good. Then I'm gonna take the Sonia Kashuk Creme, what is it? Undetectable Cream Bronzer. I have a first impression video on this, so I'll link that below. And then I'm gonna take a duo fiber contour brush from Real Techniques and just like tap it in. And I'm not really contouring, I'm just like warming up the outer perimeter of my face, which I love this cream product. I found that I really like this when I'm going for a really glowy skin everyday look. I kind of predicted that in the video. I didn't think I would like this on like a full glam day, but like for every day, it's so easy. It's kind of like, why wouldn't I? So yeah, I feel like that also helps because I like, my face is a lot more pale than my body right now because I was just in Florida and I really don't like the sun to touch my face, so I usually have to bronze up my face a little bit more. Okay, next I'm gonna add a little bit of Dallas from Benefit. It's a bronzing powder, but it's pretty warm, so I like to use it as a blush. And I'm just gonna apply a little bit there on the cheeks. Now, since I'm going from, you can see how that looks crazy right there because I'm going from, because the foundation is so like glowy and everything that I've used so far is cream. So what I like to do is take that same brush that you set your under eye concealer with and like blend out those edges. And there, you don't look so crazy anymore. Now for me, the star of the show is the Glossier Haloscope highlighter. It's called a Dew Effect highlighter in Moonstone, and it's a stick highlighter. I have Moonstone, which is the lightest shade, and I got it because a makeup artist that I love, Katie Hughes, she loves this one because it makes the skin look wet, and that's kind of been the highlighter I've been loving recently. Not so much like sheen or shimmery, it's more like wet looking. I don't know, that might sound really weird, but I think it makes the skin look super healthy. So I just like swirl it around on my fingers and then I tap it in right on the cheekbones. And do you see that? I don't know if it'll pick up in the camera, but it's like so dewy looking. And I'm obsessed with it. And like, I feel like I've used hardly any of this product. So I just like to kind of, you want to be careful. You don't want to press too hard because you don't want to move around a bunch of the product. Normally you'd want to put your cream products on before your powder products, so before you set that under eye, but I've done it that way and I just feel like you lose some of the glowiness, so I don't prefer it. I prefer to do it last and I don't feel like it moves much around. All right, so we're almost done here. The face, that's the face. It's really done. It's done. You can see it's really super natural and glowy. Next, I'm going to take another Glossier product. I have a Glossier review coming here at the end of the month. I think it's scheduled for the last week of March that I'm going to do it. I've tried out these two makeup products and then also a skincare product, so that's kind of what I'm waiting on. I want to make sure that I test it out for long enough. And this is Boy Brow. So you guys never see me do my brows, but this time I will show you, because it's literally, I used to be obsessed with Gimme Brow from Benefit, and this just like is on a whole nother level for me. I'm obsessed with it. Gives me the super, if you love a good full brow that's like, I don't want to say bushy, it's like bushy but defined. Does that make sense? Yeah, if you like brows, you'll know what I mean. Bushy but defined. And I feel like it just holds everything in place. I'm growing this part, I'm growing both my tails out, which I'll talk about that when I do my brow post. I know I said that was coming, but I'm kind of waiting because my brows are really getting to where I want them to be. And I use the shade Black, which sounds really scary, but like I needed something super cool toned because I don't like warm brows on me at all. I mean, as you can see, I have dark hair. And then I just want to clean that up because I got it a little far down. Okay. Lastly, mascara. So I'm just gonna curl my lashes. I've been wearing mascara only on the top lashes when I wear makeup every day. So, and I am using Lash Boost still, but not as frequently. So go check out my last, why is it so hard to talk while I'm putting mascara on? It's like I lose all my train of thought. I'll link the post below where I talk about my experience with Lash Boost because I used it in a really unique way that's not eyes or brows, and it worked for me. So I'll link that post below so that you guys can see pictures. I don't know if you think that's weird. I thought about that as I was posting it. Like, is it weird that I'm showing these pictures? But you'll have to go and read it to understand what I'm talking about. All right. Lastly, we have lips. And I'm wearing this matte shaker from Lancome in the shade Beige Vintage 270. They're these really cool matte. You shake them up and then you untwist it, and it's got this little like foam applicator. And I literally just swipe it on. It's actually more than I usually do. I blot some of that off. I'm obsessed with these. Like, it literally feels like I just put water on my lips. They're so light and they wear down to kind of look like, the best way I can describe it is I love like popsicle lips. Like, I just had a popsicle and it stained my lips a little bit. So yeah, super easy nude color. Again, that was Beige Vintage 270 from, and this is one of the matte. I know that they have some, like, I think they're called like juicy shakers or something. I don't know. They have another formula, but this is the matte one. So, all right, that is my glowy skin makeup routine. It's a quick everyday makeup routine. Super healthy glowing skin that's a little bronzed with really natural blush. I mean, it's kind of like my staple makeup look. Healthy skin, bold brows, good lashes, and a natural lip. I personally think you can't go wrong with that type of makeup. So I will definitely be doing those dramatic eye looks. So make sure that you stay tuned on AndreaFontanaBeauty.com. As always, subscribe to this channel, like my video so that you can stay current and updated with whenever I post my looks. So I hope you have a wonderful day and that you enjoyed this look. If you have one that you want to request, be sure to comment below and let me know. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.